Josh, have you got anything more cheerful on the front page of The Guardian? Probably not.
Well, there's a picture of Biden's surprise visit to Kyiv, and it's a good photo. I don't know if we can sort of see. Look, it sort of looks like a sequel to Red Heat.
Yeah.
Like 50 years later. Arnie's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And they're out there. He's gone back to...
One of them's still the same age, but the other one's aged quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. But he's the bad cop.
I like the way they're in front of this kind of gold-capped white palace, though. It all looks very kind of pristine and noble. I don't know. They're obviously the heroes.
I think that's an 11th century cathedral.
Is that
built
right?
when Moscow was still, like, essentially a swampland.
Yeah, right.
I think that's it's sort of like their way of saying
Ukraine
we
was
have
the
our own
original.
culture.
Well, it was the original Russia, wasn't it? That's the Russia's point as well as it's not their own.
Maybe their point's not so good. But yeah, he sort of just popped up out of nowhere. Supposedly, the White House decided over the weekend, let's go road trip.
Yeah.
And no one knows how he got there.
Really?
Least of all him.
I think it's maybe a teleporter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the World Organization.
Holograms start
They've been
shimmering.
holding that technology back from us.
Well, I doubt he rode a bike there.
Yeah, Matthew Sweet, don't write a tweet about that. That was a joke, by the way.
Yeah, Matthew Sweet.
The way he's standing there, he may have been lowered from some sort of rope, from onto a spot.
He kind of looks like a cutout.
He does,
could well
yeah.
not be him. That could just be a cardboard cutout. I am here to support.
But has he said anything more surprising? I don't.
He's just because Moscow and Putin, has been just saying that the West their support is fading, and then pops Biden to go. Well, we're here and we support them, so you're wrong.
I think the West support is actually increasing, and we're delivering better and better weapons, and we can smell victory now, and we can see how necessary victory is. If Russia even gets a toehold in Ukraine, then it'll be a signal to China that you might as well go for Taiwan because we'll let you.
Yeah. What about this catastrophic failures business?
Yeah, so the dreadful shooting that I think it was about 5 years ago now, and 5 people were killed with a shotgun, and it turns out that essentially there are these shotgun licenses are given out essentially, and they were meant to be checking people, but it turns out a couple of months before he had the license or whatever, he actually beat a 16-year-old unconscious, and at that point you would think the police would there would be something on a computer that would go, wait a minute, the same guy's got a shotgun. You know what? I'm going to take that away from them.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
So the shotgun was, it was presumed for sort of country sports, was it? Rather than, you don't apply for one to hold up post offices.
Well, exactly. So now they're talking about toughening.
You don't put that on the form.
Yeah. So this is from quite some time ago, in fact. It's the
inquiry that's happened now that, again, shows failures of the police that could have arguably prevented these tragedies.
It does seem to happen a lot, doesn't it? The failure to cross-reference.
It doesn't happen that often. I think we don't have that many gun deaths from licensed firearms in this country. Mainly, it's from gangs who don't bother getting them licensed. So this seems to be it's quite punitive on people who have them for valid reasons. And also, there's a bit of an irony having something calling for much tighter gun control next to a picture of Biden in Ukraine where he's delivering guns to everyone.
Yes.
So are guns good or guns bad? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, I'm not sure you can draw a meaningful comparison between those two cases. You seem to be quite in favour of arming the Ukraine.
Unmeaningful.
It was dead meaningful.
It was anti-meaningful.
It was dead meaningful. Everybody in Ukraine needs a gun, but our citizens.
I thought it was kind of Dada.
Off air, haven't you?
I would say the comparison is with recently when it was discovered that the Metropolitan Police had failed to notice that a member of their own force had a history of sexual offences before he actually committed the horrific rape and murder.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing, this kind of cross-referencing. But then they don't seem to be able to do it even, but if you your car licence and your car tax and your car parking are all on 3 different databases.
Yeah.
So
thank the Lord.
Yeah.